Ah, recording, my dears. Now, let me tell you, I'm going to do this about a multitude of my personalities. I'm schizo, uh, prerogative, dead reckoning. You know why? You know what somebody did? They said all their relatives were dying. And according to them, they had a Grim Reaper on the post. That line was scary. It scared me because it meant something. Because this woman, you know what she does? She says, all my relatives are dying, so I gotta take sick leave. Well, then people would get upset because they said, what's happening to this poor these relatives? Are being wiped out. Maybe this skullduggery? You think? Maybe. Oh, Trump was spared by God. It's true. It's God. It was this, people say that God's not on our side. Let me tell you something. Somebody is almost shot twice and the whole system's rigged against him, and he keeps on saying things that normally would knock out the regular politicians, there are higher forces on his side. Onward, Trumpy soldiers, marching as to war, with the demonic Democrats on the run, you see. Charitable, poor old Bill Gates. Bill Gates, he's an evil man. He went to that island. It's true. He went to the island where they take advantage of the youngsters. Yeah, on the Lolita Express, and then he also was good friends with the bad people. Yeah, with the Epstein. And what you think is going on there? He goes to the island, he does the hoopy doop with somebody, and he associates with Bill Clinton, who does the hoopy doop with everybody. And you know what happens? They go out with underage girls who they take advantage of. That's not right. And the only person that's going to bring him to justice is Trump. It is true. I mean, you say, well, why isn't Trump in the list out of who was there and who was doing what? Well, you know why? Because these people are so powerful, they could wreck the whole economy. So he has to be clever. But he is clever. He's the most clever man in the world. New York's Man of Steel. Now that could be the movie. They have a new Batman, Superman movie, and it's supposed to be woke. But I don't know. And sometimes when they say something's real woke, it's not as woke as they think. It's true, but this may be woker than you think because it's anti-Trump and pro-immigrant. But we're pro-immigrant. We love the immigrants, the legal immigrants, and the good ones that are not evil. And even the ones who are crooked, as long as they don't kill people and rape and murder. We don't like that. And yeah. Ah, so Canada don't like us. Canada hate for USA Paul. Not Russia, not North Korea. Yeah, of course, let's face it, North Korea and Canada kind of same thing. They're a politically woke agenda. They are the Soviet orbit. Well, let me tell you something. And I mean old-fashioned Soviet orbit. We don't care. We should annex you. You guys burned the White House at one point, and it was Canadian troops who did it. Don't think we don't have a grudge, you bastards. We're gonna make you the 52nd. I don't even know which state. Invade Canada, march on Montreal, and enough Canadians who would like for us to invade. You commie bastards. Iran tied to Don Bounty. They put a bounty on Donnie's head, but it didn't work, did it? Commie Iranians, Muslim maniacs. You're not the good Muslims, you're the very bad Muslims. So, you don't even get along with the other Muslims. You don't, because you're cocky doodle heads. Ah, Don, Donnie boy. Rosie O'Donnell went with her transgender child, went to Ireland. with her 12-year-old, and she's giving operations and confusing the little girl, a little boy. What the hell is going on there? That's not right. So that's not the time of sexuality. Well, 13 is the time of sexuality. You're not supposed to get anything done on your body until you're 18 at least. You commie bastard Irish ass. But he's going to revoke her American citizenship, so she can't come at all. And this is confusing. A person, George Soros, who's Jewish, by the way, is against Israel, which is the personification of the Jewish people, both biblically and racially, and in terms of people being a good country that does actions in a democratic way. True, they wanted to maintain a Jewish state, but that's what they gotta do. Because all the Jewish people are either in New York or Israel. And Israel is the one place where they come from. Even here, they are being terrorized by a clever attack of Palestinian honest people. And when I think of hummus, I think of a delicious meal, but they're not going to give you this delicious meal. They're going to give you something to choke on. Dating as if people are not dating no more. They lost the skills. COVID lasted too long, and now nobody knows how to make the hoopy doopy go to bars and just make eye contact. It's a terrible thing. I don't know. Maybe when I go on a dating service, I won't know too. Oh, you say, what? Where you go date? You're in your 60s. Oh, but I don't look like I'm in my 60s. I'm 66. 6'6". One more six of them ever. Anyway, dating as if. Peace rejected. That Putin is a stinker. He just wants to bleed Ukraine dry and take it over, and then maybe he has designs on the rest of Europe. Well, let me tell you, Mr. Putin, you're dealing with Trumpy, and Trumpy doesn't mess. He's gonna beat you. And yeah, you could say I'm gonna use atomic weapons all you want. Trumpy will go head to head with you because he's Trumpy. He's the bravest. He's a man of destiny. A cabbage Jew haterine. You know what happened? This cabbie, he was doing a Jew haterine in his cab, and now he's gonna be uncapped. What do you think? He doesn't think people have cameras? And it's hate speech. That's against the law. Now, I don't always believe in hate speech. I believe in if it's threatening or you're gonna beat up somebody, that you shouldn't do the hate speech. But if you just want to holler at them, but that's not the place to holler at somebody. You're not supposed to holler at people in a cab. Your job is to drive them where they're supposed to be. Morbid destination. Oh, that's a haunted house, I believe. Oh, Russia had safe places where all end of game. That Putin is hitting his civilian outfits and stuffing, trying to kill people. He's a war criminal. A war criminal. Ah, past fake climate retreat. Our our terrible governor, the froze face, wants to make this a liberal dictatorship, or it's not gonna work. Because she's saying, well, I'm not going to be so strict on the climate because I can't meet those needs. Thus, you will. You'll push it as far as you can. And we all know there's no such thing as climate change. It's a lie. It's a fib. It's a misconstruction of the truth. Jesus for Jews. I'm a Christian, and I'm all for the Jews who keep in their land in their country and the pretty Jewish villages. I mean, not the men. The men are handsome, but the women are good looking. Heart sent. They sent the heart in the mail. Grandmother in arms. Oh, grandmother slugged somebody because of a parking spot. I believe that's what's going on. Obvious Epstein truth that he was murdered, and the people who murdered him have such power within the hidden state they can murder some right under somebody's nose. God help us all. God help us all. But God's on my side, and He's telling me what to do. Thin blue lies. They're lying about the police. The police are for us. They're so glorious and good. And we're chasing them away by making social workers. Well, that was this new county mayor person wants to do. And that's not right. Cop, Starbucks brute punches cop. Nobody even respects the cops anymore because they don't have one of their tools, which is brutality. Weeding out migrants. You know what? They were using slave child labor to do marijuana selling. The cartels, one of their conveniences for the marijuana was raided, and they had molesters with the young people. Consoler in chief. That's that. You know what? He's a good man. He wants to. He's trying to help people. Which is true. I got that for Jim. I'm gonna be skinny one day, and I got a young face. It's true. Oh, ex-aid abuse by Ye. That's the guy who's crazy, and he's an anti-Semite, and he thinks he's God. I forget his name. Oh, he was with Kardashian did. He was. They were doing a hoopy doop together, I think. And he likes Beyonce. Trump feeling the pain. He feels for people. He's got what you call your basic empathy. Empathy. He does. Parking meds, ball. Oh, they were fighting over the spot. And the person wanted to get the spot, and the other person said, "No, that's our spot." And the two girls started beating up the one girl, and I think the one girl was a policeman, and she didn't shoot him. Which in the olden days, that's what they were done. Justice, supreme distress. Oh, that late, there's a girl, she's a justice, and she looks like she's 16, and she can't tell the difference between the genders. She doesn't think, she thinks there's more than one. And somebody asked her, what do you define a woman? Does a woman defined by that she had babies? And she said she's not a biologist, she don't know. She's crazy. She's too young, and she's a commie. Bad girl. There's only one gender, and two. There's two. Okay, or Harvard on the right track. What they're gonna do is they're gonna have other voices at Harvard besides your commies, pinkos. Hot seat for Joe's XA. But they once sent these people because what these radicals are all in the White House, and then all kinds of woken laws being passed, or you're not gonna get away with. Oh, smoke up or light up. You know what they did? There's some people wanted to smoke and they stopped the whole plane because they don't want secondhand smoke on the plane. Fueling rage. That's right. The fuel, the Democrats are making things worse by attacking Republicans and saying they should kill them or beat them up or beat them bloody. Well, you're not going to get away with it because Donald Trump will bring out the troops and also the resurrect the January 6th heroes. Gorky, the racist, the bad. What happened was they had a computer and it was absorbing things. And he came to the conclusion that Hitler wasn't such a bad guy. In fact, he was a good guy. Uh-oh, we don't want the ANI to be Hitleristic because him and Stalin and Mao and Pol Pot are one of the most evil men in history and had murder on a mass scale. Nubile watch. Oh, what's that? Is that young girls? Oh, we still need Butler. Oh, we need more information because it's very mysterious. They may have set up somebody who's like a Manchurian candidate. The path to peace. The path to peace, we don't know what it is. Because, you don't know what's going to happen in the Middle East or Ukraine. I think God's going to intervene. He's going to quiet things down. Humans are, there are a lot of people who are on the left who are nihilists and don't that human beings stink. And some do, but most are nicey nice. Co-op, what's that? That's the co-op. Oh, co-op doesn't want to be an influencer. They don't want. They don't want this whole. The, what was the guy? Mickey Mantle? No, no. He had a place in this hotel, and this other baseball player and his beautiful girlfriend were going to be influencers there. Bummer. But oh, they have the junkies all hanging out in the street in front of the schools, and they take the drugs and then they die eventually. But in the meantime, they mess up all neighborhoods. Bikes versus girls. Well, this is the transgender movement. Now, I think that it's okay for men to compete against women and when vice versa. But you can't make believe somebody's a woman when they're not, and they have the advantage. I just didn't know there were that many trannies who were into athletics. Weird kids talk very. I don't know what that means. Over kids snub. They are snubbing little kids. That's not right. Little kids they're sensitive. Oh, they say what they think that people are weary of the conspiracy theories about what's his name, Epstein. But we all know what it is that they manipulate the cosmos or the the what you call it, the newspapers and the TV to make people not be worried about being ruled by a bunch of psychotic pedophiles. Oh, there was a dollar thief and he stole a dollar and he went on a real rampage. Well, let me tell you something. I think if you shoplift, it should be the death penalty. If you go into my place, I could shoot you with my gun. Well, I don't have a real gun, but if I did, I would shoot you. Don is roaring back. He's coming back for his enemies. You're in trouble now. You cocky doodle dee. Okay, I'm gonna turn this off. Mhm.